Okay, guys, we have about 9 minutes and we will get started, all right? Just take note, okay, few important things. Today is a very important day, all right? It is basically the FOMC meeting. So today the Federal Reserve will decide on the rate cut, okay? So I believe so that there will be a rate cut. High likely will be 25 basis point. If it's a miracle, I think we will see a 50 percent basis point. Okay, so so do expect for volatility, right? I'm expecting for a volatility. So we don't know where the price will go, right? But high likely, I think today's news could probably pump the price of Bitcoin. Okay, I'm hoping the price will go up. Now, there is a risk if the price comes down, then we could be expecting, probably can revisit 80,000. Okay, so just take note. Okay, it could be a very volatile market today. Okay, because today is where everyone is expecting for the FOMC meeting. All right, so just take note of that. So the other thing is that also a good news that you can see that I have actually received my banker's card. Okay, this is the metal card. All right, I've received my card, just received it around this week. I have already activated this card and been using this card. It works very well. All right, it works very well. So this is the metal card. You can apply for the metal card, or else you can also apply for the plastic card. Okay, so just take note. This is, I think most of you already know. I have introduced to the team to apply for this card. Okay, so you can apply this card and you can have this card. Okay, so at the moment, I think we've been waiting for quite some time. I heard that bankers has improved their logistic. They have a few agents that are actually handling the logistic and so on. So moving forward, I believe that things will start to improve. And on the 15th of this month is actually the official launch of bankers. All right, 15th of this month. So if you are part of the Telegram group, I have already put up the link, right, for you to register to attend the event online. So make sure that you register, right? And then, yep, let's see what happens once they actually do the launch, all right? So that will be great. Yep. I think that is just to give you some update, what is happening. Just take note, guys, that since the ETF, okay, since the ETF for the Bitcoin, right, that took place where we have the institution came on board and they start to hijack Bitcoin, okay. Since then, Bitcoin is no longer, as I always mention to you guys, right, I've already warned you that Bitcoin is no longer, upholding its mission, okay. It is no longer a store of value. It is no longer actually a decentralized, because currently with the institution coming on board, it is already considered as centralized. And Bitcoin is now closely correlated with the stock market. All right. So because of that, right, you can see that we had the first cycle, the second cycle, the third cycle, but the fourth cycle is very, very abnormal. All right. The fourth cycle is completely different. So that is the reason why you can see that we are currently in the fourth cycle of the fourth year. Remember, okay, every cycle is 4 years. All right. Every cycle is 4 years. Okay. We call this as a halving. Right. So we are now in the fourth halving and we are in the fourth year. All right. So this is a last. The fourth year is actually the last cycle for Bitcoin. All right. So and also with the institution coming in, we are not really seeing the price of Bitcoin pump to a few 100,000. No, right? It's just about 126,000, and from there we saw Bitcoin price came down. All right, Bitcoin price came down. So if I bring you to the chart, okay, let's just take a look at Bitcoin chart, right? Yeah. So if we look at Bitcoin, okay, so you can see over here, right? So you can see we hit about 126,296. And then you can see, right, we are actually basically just coming down, all right? we are coming down. And even what we are seeing the pattern here, I think this pattern is a bearish pattern, right? It's a bearish pattern. It is preparing for another, high likely another downtrend. All right. So if Bitcoin goes down, then we are looking at around 75, 73,000. That will be the range. But I believe that if Bitcoin breaks below 80,000, there will be a huge panic. All right. A lot of people may actually just sell Bitcoin and just walk away. All right. So Bitcoin price can even actually go down to around 40,000 range. All right. This is possible. Okay. People didn't believe me when I say that Bitcoin can go down, right? So you can already see that actually whatever that we've been predicting, it is already happening. All right. So it is looks like almost an uphill task for Bitcoin, all right, to actually you know to actually break upside. Okay, it is like an uphill task. Okay, not that easy for Bitcoin because we don't have enough liquidity. All right, even if institution come and buy now, right, like MicroStrategy bought 10,000 Bitcoin yesterday. Even they buy 10,000 Bitcoin, they are not able to push the price up. All right, so you can see there is a problem, there is an issue here with the liquidity. Okay, so today FOMC meeting, right, is going to be very crucial, I believe so, because of two things. Number one, interest rate. All right, so they might cut the interest rate further. Number two, Federal Reserve may end the quantitative tightening, QT, and they may actually now introduce QE, which is quantitative easing. Quantitative easing means that the central bank will start to print money. All right. Now, if they start to print money, then they're going to inject liquid into the market. So when they inject money into the market, then we could start to see something happen with the risk on assets such as Bitcoin and also, gold, silver, and so on. Okay, because these are the safe haven. But also, please understand that the stock market is overly overbought. Okay, it's extensively overbought. It's at the top. So if anything would happen to S&P 500, if anything would happen to the tech stock, Bitcoin will actually also collapse together with this stock. So there is a huge, there is a huge risk. Although Bitcoin can go up, I believe that we could probably see Bitcoin breaking 94 and probably retest the 100,000. Okay, and high likely, it can go probably 105, 106, but I think that that is it. After that, we could see a massive crash. All right, so just take note. Okay, it's just my my foresight. All right, it's just my foresight of the market. I'm not saying that I'm not claiming anything, but it's just my foresight looking into the sentiment of the market. All right, and at the fourth at this fourth cycle of the fourth year, that means that in this fourth year, right, is actually 3 years the price goes up, 1 year the price comes down, right? So this fourth year, right, the institution will actually look for an opportunity to exit. So they will definitely want to take profit. All right, so please understand that they may actually want to take profit and exit. So please understand also that a lot of these institutions, they bought Bitcoin when Bitcoin is around 45,000, right? Around 45,000. So so they may not, they may not be at loss, even if they actually sell, right? Even if they actually sell their Bitcoin even at the current price. They can sell at 90,000, 80,000, 70,000. They are not at loss. They probably would have already made double of their money. All right, so please understand that. So at this moment, we are not seeing, we are probably not really seeing the retails, dare to come in. All right, dare to come in because the retail knows that the institution is in control. Now, this is the danger, right? I already told you guys, right? If the institution is controlling, the more they buy Bitcoin, that means that it is now centralized and they can control the price movement of Bitcoin. All right, so this is the danger. So that's the reason why I told you guys, right, that you cannot just hold Bitcoin. You need to hold Bitcoin and stable coin. All right, so this is the reason why JDXBOT, we actually provide stable coin, USDT, USDC, and we provide you Bitcoin. So you have 3 bots that is running. All right, you need to at least have, okay, 2 bots, okay, minimum, right? You must have 2 bots. If you have all the 3 bots, God bless you. All right, but you need to have, you need to have Bitcoin. You need to have, if you have Bitcoin, make sure you have the stable coin. Okay, so this is important because if the price of Bitcoin goes down, you can actually convert, you can actually use your USDT to actually swap and acquire Bitcoin in BitGet app. Now, if the price goes up, then you can actually swap, all right, your Bitcoin back to USDT. So you need to be smart, right? You need to be smart. You need to leverage the institution. So this is the, if you ask me, this is the only smartest way you can play this game, okay, with the institution because they are in control of the market. So the danger is that they can continue to sell Bitcoin, okay, because they may not, the institution may not want to see Bitcoin price goes up that fast. All right, they may not want to see. All right, they may not. So please take note. Okay. So FOMC is FOMC is basically if it depends on which country you are from. Okay, so for I think it is happening today, right? 2:30 in the afternoon, New York time. Okay, so for if you are in Asia, that will be 3:30 in the morning. All right, tomorrow, right? 3:30 in the morning tomorrow. So just take note of that. Okay, so or else you may actually check, you may actually get into the FOMC YouTube channel to get the YouTube so that you can watch the press conference. Okay, so please understand that 2 o'clock is actually the meeting, 2:30 is the press conference. So normally 2:30 is where most critical because while Jerome Powell is speaking, that's where the market will move. All right, so always what Jerome Powell say is very, very important. Okay, so just take note of that. Right, so so these are just to give you some idea, guys. Okay, just to give you some ideas what we could expect of the market. Okay, because please understand, institutions don't want the price to go up fast. They may want the price to go sideways. They may want to, allow the price, to be in certain, because they may not allow the price to go up that fast. Okay, so but whether the price will go up, I know that many of you like, oh, the price will go to $1 million and so on, right? Now, be there, okay? This Thursday, I'm doing a special AMA session. By right, the AMA session is coming week, but I want to do this week because I didn't do last week. All right, so I will be doing this week Thursday, and I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to show you a Bitcoin chart, and I'm going to show you where is the price of Bitcoin. I'm going to explain to you the diminishing return and what we could expect moving forward. All right, so that people will not follow the narrative of this institution. All right, don't follow those narrative, but you must exactly know what is happening. All right, so and this can be proven. Okay, this can be proven with the outlook of Bitcoin 4-year cycle. We can actually take a look. But honestly, I believe that the 4th cycle, right, which started in this term, in this in this cycle, is completely broken. All right, the 4-year cycle doesn't play out as per the history. It doesn't play out. Now everyone expecting for the alt season. Sorry to say, probably there is no alt season, right? So because Bitcoin dominance is still strong. All right, so if Bitcoin dominance is still strong, then you are not going to see altcoin yet. All right, altcoin will only comes in when Bitcoin dominance collapse. At the moment, Bitcoin dominance, it is still 59 to 60%. All right, so this is a big danger. Okay, so high likely we might not see an altcoin, but we will see a stable coin. All right, it could be a stable coin season because we could see USD dominance. USDT dominance can actually be going up, not the altcoin. All right, so now please understand, all right, a lot of people have misconception about crypto space. They are expecting things to play out exactly as how it used to play out. All right, so you have to be very careful. So if you are listening to certain influencers and so on, they are very, very skewed to only the bull. They don't talk about the bear. They are not balanced between their view. Right? So you have to be very, very careful. Okay, so this is important. So I did warn the team, right? I did warn our community when Bitcoin was above 120,000. I warned the community, don't buy Bitcoin. All right, it's not a time to buy. Okay, I thank God that our community listened, but there are people who bought when it is above 120,000. Now they are suffering because the price has dropped by 35%. Okay, we are down by 30, about around 30 over percent, guys. But this is not the end of the drop. This is just the beginning. All right, imagine if you have another 50% drop from this value. Okay, many people are just going to regret that they actually bought Bitcoin. So that's the reason why instead of buying Bitcoin, I think you would rather just earn Bitcoin. All right, earn Bitcoin. So use the opportunity you have here today. Okay, today we have this opportunity where through JDXBOT, you can actually earn Bitcoin, you can earn USDT, you can earn USDC because we have 3 bots. All right, so you can actually have the stable coin and the BTC together. And then you need to be smart. Okay, when BTC price goes up, you convert your BTC, that whatever you earn, into USDT. And when BTC price goes down, you then swap it back and buy BTC. Now you will double or triple your BTC value. All right, so you have to be smart. Okay, so you have to leverage the institution. All right, that's all I can say. All right, that's all I can say. So those who listen, God bless you, congratulations. But those who didn't listen and they go and buy at 122, 125, God bless you. Then you have to wait now. Okay, when will Bitcoin price return back to 125,000? No one knows. No one knows, right? We are now at around 90,000. We are still struggling at 90,000. Okay, so to go back up, that is, you are talking about another $25,000 to $30,000. When will that happen? You better pray hard. But if you really need the money, then what you're going to do? You're going to sell it at loss. You're going to take a loss of 30%. All right, so that is the reality of what is happening. That's why when the price starts to go down, panic will start to come in, right? And when people become panic, what do? They take the loss. The more people take the panic because of fear, what happened? The price is going to come down even further. All right, so I think if Bitcoin hit 80,000 and below, panic will actually rush in. Okay, many people are going to sell their Bitcoin. Bitcoin price will actually crash. Okay, will actually crash. So please be very, very careful. Okay, be very careful. Nothing is wrong. Okay, nothing is wrong holding Bitcoin, but you need to know what to do. All right, you need to know what to do. That is the most important thing. All right. So that's the reason why I think buying Bitcoin now, it is not the right time. Now, if you can wait, if you can have the patience, wait until Bitcoin probably drop around 40,000 range, 40,000, 45,000 or 40,000 range, or probably when it drop below 50,000, you start to buy a little. All right, do a DCA. All right, small amount, just keep buying. Or probably by then you already have Bitcoin that you are earning from JDXBOT. All right, that's going to be huge, right? If you earn from JDXBOT and you keep that Bitcoin for the next 3 years, imagine, right? Because once this cycle complete, then we wait for the next cycle. So it's always that 1 year goes down and then 3 years goes up slowly, right? It slowly goes up. It doesn't goes up fast, okay? It goes up slowly and then it crashes down again. But the problem is that if the halving cycle is already broken, then we are not going to see 3 plus 1 plus 3 or 3 plus 1. We are not going to see those cycles anymore. All right, because the cycle is now controlled by the institution. Okay, so that is the reason why the game plan is completely different. Okay, so please understand that. So this is just to give you a scenario because I'm trading for the past 15 years, right? Now, when I started to trade, I've already been in all the cycles of the crypto. Now, honestly, right, this cycle, especially this year, right, is the most difficult year for the market because it is completely uncertain. All right, you can see, right, even JDXBOT, you can see how uncertain and how volatile the market is. Yet, honestly to tell you guys, I am the most happiest person because so far, right, all the positions are safeguarded by God's grace. None of the position yet to get liquidated. Even some of our users, right, their main account balance is actually below 50%. Some of them even 20%. They didn't top up, but yet none of the positions are liquidated. All right, I think this is a great milestone and achievement, right, so far for JDXBOT. So I just hope that market will range within this range so that we don't see the risk of liquidation. So far, none of the bot got liquidated. All right, so I want to congratulate every one of you. So that's the reason I told you guys, right? Between safeguarding the position and profit, which is more important? Put up that in the chat room. All right, between safeguarding the position and profit, which is the most important? Now, but the good thing is that while we are safeguarding the position, there are partial profits still coming in. All right, so I think that is the beautiful part of JDXBOT. Okay, so I just want you to understand that. Okay, this is very important because there are billions being liquidated, guys, when the price drop. But JDXBOT is still standing strong, right? So that means that the bot is resilient. Okay, the only thing now is that when it is floating, people have to wait. They must have patience. While it is floating, there are partial profit coming in. Okay, so although the partial profit may not be huge, but at least, right, you still have profit coming in. I think that is just awesome. Okay, so I think in the month of October, we made JDXBOT delivered around 30%, right? Around 32% net profit. I'm talking about the total, right? For all the three bots. So this is, then in the month of November, it is around 26%. Okay, December, I don't know yet. Okay, we will wait. But if you ask me, right, even if you make 15 or 20% a month net profit, that's a very good return. All right, that's a very, very good return. I think exceptional performance despite volatile market. Okay, a lot of the bots by now would have got liquidated. Sayonara, right? The company will tell you sayonara. Sorry, guys, we can't do much about it because market is beyond our control. But I am trying to do my best so that none of the position get liquidated. Okay, that is how JDXBOT works. Okay, so just take note of that. Okay, so as I mentioned to you, right, we already tested around 30,500 points. So we are still okay. By God's grace, we are still okay. All right. So anyhow, this is just to give you an idea, okay, what is happening. And those of you who just come on board, congratulations. I received a lot of testimonies that you are very happy with the performance. So that is good. Okay, good to know that, guys. Okay, good to know that you are happy with how JDXBOT is performing and so on. Okay, so that is great. So be there on Thursday because I will share the results of October and November. All right, be there on Thursday. And then I'm going to also share some new optimization or some new features we have added into the bot. Okay, these are automated features, to keep you at peace of mind, knowing that, there are a lot of improvements that we have done throughout this past 2-3 weeks when the market is actually very volatile. Okay, so be there. Okay, on Thursday, please take note. Thursday is the AMA session, 8 o'clock Singapore time. So be there so that you understand. And if you have any technical question, all right, ask me on Thursday. All right, because today is not for technical question. Okay, today is a weekly business preview. We just want to introduce to you JDXBOT. Those of you who are interested, come and be part of it because we don't, if you don't want, it's okay, right? If you want to be part, then voluntarily be part of it because we are not an MLM company. So we are not really actually looking for people to come and join us because we already have our private partners. We are now managing around 200,000 worth of asset under management, all right, which is we are quite happy. All right, we are quite happy. The smaller the group, the happier we are because we can manage everyone in our Telegram group. That's why we are not opening this opportunity to the public. So if you are here or you are actually watching this video, then reach out to the support. If someone has actually brought you and introduced you, then please, okay, get back to them, because you need their referral link. So it is only open, okay, privately at the moment. We are not going to open to the public yet. So it is only private at the moment. So you need to get their referral link to join. If you are not being introduced, you just stumble upon this video, then reach out to support@jdxbot.com. Then we will advise you what needs to be done. Okay. All right, guys. If you are ready, put up that ready. Put up the yes in the chat. Let's get going. All right. Let's get going. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's get going. You can ask me anything later on. Just allow me to do this presentation. Just to give you an introduction, okay, how JDXBOT works, the strategy that has been put in place, and then I'm going to share with you, the startup cost, right? Many people want to know what is the startup cost, and I will give you some idea about the changes that are going to happen next year, right? It's just around the corner, right? So, and then how to get started and so on, so that you understand, okay, everything before, and then you can actually make an informed decision whether you want to be part. But make sure that you reach out to the person who have actually introduced you. Okay, that's the most important thing. All right. Okay. Now, first thing first is that please understand the position of the company. Now, the company is none other than JD Wealth Maker. JD Wealth Maker is a financial technology. It's a fintech. Our focus is a DeFi. DeFi means it's a decentralized finance software development company. Okay, so everything that we do, we are basically focusing on decentralized finance. So we are developing softwares, and these softwares are basically focusing on DeFi. Okay, we are not focusing on the banking institution, which is CeFi. All right, we are focusing on DeFi. So that's the reason why decentralized finance can be made available to anyone. Okay, anyone can be part of it. So at the moment, our flagship product is JDXBOT. All right, so JDXBOT is an algo trading. I will explain detail very, very shortly. Okay, now please understand that our mandate or the vision that God has given to us is to empower ordinary people to generate extraordinary income. All right, so that's our goal. Okay, so we are trying to make sure that all these products, okay, that we are building, it is easily made available access to the ordinary people. All right, so that's the reason why you can see that even the startup cost is actually quite reasonable, so that as many people can be part of this opportunity, and they actually can enjoy extraordinary income. Okay, so that is basically the mandate or the vision that God has given to us through JDXBOT. Okay, please understand that. Now, just to give you a quick introduction of JDXBOT. Now, please understand, okay, in the high speed cryptocurrency world, okay, volatility can either make or break fortune. So you can see, okay, during even this year, right, or even I think from the second quarter of this year onwards, we start to see huge volatility. Price can move $10,000, $20,000, right? And we are hearing people getting liquidated, traders get liquidated, billions, okay, actually got liquidated in crypto space itself, because it is a very, very volatile market. All right, but for JDXBOT stand as a revolutionary trading system engineered to protect capital first and generate consistent, sustainable profit for our valued global partners. Now, please understand that for JDXBOT, okay, volatility is our friend. We need the volatility in order to generate profit. But please understand that despite the volatility, sometimes the volatility can be very, very extensive. All right, it can be very severe. All right, so that is the reason why we engineered JDXBOT to protect capital first. That's why I always talk about capital preservation, safeguarding the capital, because for me, because I am an investor too. Okay, as an investor, when I put my money, right, I want my capital to be protected. I want to be part of a company that protects my capital. Can you understand me? So that's the reason why I asked you earlier, right? Preservation of capital first or profit first? Okay, for me, if my capital is preserved, profit will come in. Okay, it's just a matter of time. So that's why we protect capital first, and then we focus on generating consistent. You see, this is important. Not a huge profit at once, right? We want consistent profit to come in. All right, so this is important, and it has to be sustainable for a long term. All right, so this is what we are really focused in. Okay, now JDXBOT is the industry first fully autonomous crypto-algorithmic future trading bot. It's a third-party exchange-based API commission software as a service that utilizes advanced intelligent algorithm and tactical trading strategy to execute and manage trades remotely, hands-free, worry-free, and 100% autopilot. So this is what JDXBOT all about. Okay, so please understand that when you come on board, you need to have an exchange. All right, so I will explain to you the exchange. And once you have an exchange, you need to do the KYC. Once you do KYC, you need to connect your account with JDXBOT through what we call an API. All right, so that simply means that you are in full control of your account, because only when the API is connected, JDXBOT can manage your trading. Okay, so please understand that, right? Now, backed by over 15 years of hands-on expertise. So as I mentioned to you, I'm involved in the trading space, all right, for more than 15 years. Then after that, I came into the crypto space, all right, and my expertise is basically futures and leverage crypto trading, all right, and powered by tested and proven algorithms since November 2023, okay? So those of you who have been part of our beta testing, you know, okay? We started in November 2023. We did a beta testing. And then we moved through into the soft launch, the pre-launch, okay? And currently we are basically, you know, in between of the pre-launch and the final launch, okay? But currently we already have the final product in place, and it has been working well since the month of October, all right? So JDXBOT sets a new global standard for smart, resilient, and profitable futures crypto trading. Okay, so in a nutshell, this is what you need to know about JDXBOT. Now, what set us apart? Okay, these are some of the important criteria. Okay, some of the important appealing criteria why people choose JDXBOT. Number one, I think the most important thing is that 100% fund controlled by users. Okay, now I think if you ask me, right, as an investor, right, I don't want to put my money into third party where I don't have the control. So I want to put somewhere where I can still have the control. I can still see my money being traded, right? So this is what you have here. Okay, so as I mentioned to you, once you have the exchange, you have to actually fund your trading account. And once you fund your trading account, you have full, complete control of your fund. You can even actually watch the trade. You can actually look at what is really happening with your fund and so on. So all the fund management will actually be done by the user themselves. All right, please take note. Now, number two, it is 100% autopilot 24/7. It runs 365 days. Please understand, guys, this is crypto. All right, we are not doing Forex. We are not involved with the fiat. All right, with the banking. Bankings are 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. We are here in crypto. Crypto runs 24/7. Okay, so as long as it runs, the bot will continue to run, right? Now, you also have 100% transparency of live trades and results at your fingertip. Now, this is important. Okay, that is the reason why we actually partner with our third-party exchange. Why? So that you can actually, that there is no conflict, all right? You can monitor the trades taking place, all right? And you have, independent and transparent report. So you can actually watch the trade live. You can also actually look into the performance of the bot. All right. So in this manner, right, JDXBOT cannot alter or manipulate any of the result. So this is important. So that's the reason why it is always, I think, wise to have a third party rather than to have our own exchange. Okay. Now, next, it is being tested and proven. A winning strategy built by real expertise. So my expertise is futures trading. I don't do spot. Okay, I do futures and we trade leverage. Okay, at certain leverage conditions. So because that is my expertise, and that is the reason why we actually built this bot. Okay, so it is a crypto futures trading. Please understand that. Okay, so Another important thing is that safe, reliable, and compliance trading platform. So the platform that we are partnering with, this is a safe platform. It is also important for you to know that your funds are protected in this platform. So in the event, if your fund is being hacked or compromised, you don't need to worry, because these exchanges actually have a one-to-one. Okay, they have a one-to-one compensation plan. So if you lose $1,000, they will return back to you $1,000. Okay. Now this is nothing to do with the trading losses. Okay, these are basically if your account is compromised or been hacked or whatever. So due to the negligence of the exchange themselves. Okay, so please understand. Now, last but not least, JDXBOT offer one of the highest profit sharing in the industry with instant settlement of profit. So over here, right, you have the profit sharing from the trading, and also you have the referral commissions. Okay, now these are one of the highest commission even we actually provide to our users. Okay, so take advantage. Okay, now these advantages make JDXBOT an appealing choice for individuals seeking automated crypto trading solution with transparency, accessibility, and history of success, all at an affordable initial cost, which I will begin share with you very, very shortly. Right? Okay. Now, important for you to understand the ecosystem. Okay, what are the ecosystem? Who are the entity that is involved? Right? So here, the entity involved are only two. Very simple. We got the exchange, our official partner, which is BitGet. All right, and then you have JDXBOT. All right, so JDXBOT is the strategy provider. Please take note of that. So for your bot, okay, to actually to get activated and your bot to run on automated, you need to connect your bot to JDXBOT through what we call an API. Okay, so this API, you only have it when you actually register an account with BitGet, and then you use the API to connect with JDXBOT. Once it is connected, your bot will actually run autonomously, 100% managed by JDXBOT. Okay, so as a user, you do not need to set the parameters. You don't have to do anything. All that you need to do, make sure you actually manage your fund. That is it. So you follow the funding requirement and you manage your fund. The rest of it, all the technicality will be handled by JDXBOT. Isn't that awesome? All right. I think that is what people want, right? Because a lot of the bot outside there, you need to set the parameter. All right. You need to set the parameters, and then they will tell you how much minimum you need to fund and so on, right? You don't have to do all those things here. All right. You just have to fund your account based on the requirement, and then the bot will be running autonomously. Okay. I think this is awesome. So for JDXBOT, please understand that, okay, we under BitGet, right, you have a few activities there. You need to sign up, you need to do the KYC, and then you create an API and you bind with JDXBOT. All right, so that's the first thing. Now, please understand, if you don't have a BitGet account, you cannot join JDXBOT. So if you don't have a BitGet account, do sign up for a BitGet account. And once you sign up, make sure you do your KYC. Because if your KYC is not approved, you cannot join JDXBOT. Okay, this is the number one rule. Okay, so please understand that. Okay, don't sign up for JDXBOT and then you purchase the plan and then you go and sign up BitGet and BitGet reject. Then you're going to lose your money. Make sure you have a BitGet account first, okay, before you join JDXBOT. Right now, once you have already have an account and your account is approved, next you proceed to sign up with JDXBOT. So get a referral link from those who have referred you today. All right, get back to them, ask them for a referral link. They will pass it to you, and then you can start to register. Now, under JDXBOT, you need to sign up. You need to confirm, verify your email, and then you need to do two-factor authentication. Then you proceed to purchase your strategy plan, and after that, you perform the API binding with BitGet, and then you need to fund your strategy wallet and fund your main futures account. Okay, I will explain on this very, very shortly. Okay, and then you need to fund you fund your strategy wallet, then you fund your main futures account in BitGet, and you also need to fund your sub account in BitGet. Okay, and then your bot will be activated. All right, now please understand, as I mentioned earlier, right, we have three separate strategy or three separate bot. We have the USDC strategy, We got the USDT strategy and BTC strategy. All right. Now, as I always mention, right, instead of choosing one, okay, we always encourage you to go for all the three. Why? Because each of these assets, right, have different liquidity in the market. All right. So the performance of the bot will be different. It won't be the same. Although our strategy is standard, but the performance can vary. All right. Because the liquidity the liquidity for each of these assets can be different. And also, please understand that the market condition can be different and so on. Okay. So it is important for you to consider. Okay. Because if you can diversify into 2 or 3 separate asset or strategy, then likely your profitable, okay, will be much greater. All right. So please take note of that. All right. Now, this is the most important slide. Okay, if there's anything that you need to understand, you need to understand this slide. Now, this is the DNA of JDXBOT and what makes JDXBOT different than any other bot outside that. Right? So, as most of you know, right, my trading strategy, all right, focuses a lot on the wallet management system. Now, your wallet management strategy is critical. So, as I always mention, right, trading is like going into a war zone. So when you are in the war zone, okay, it is the battle between the red army and the green army. So in this battle, what is the most important thing when you are in the war zone? How you safeguard your bullet or ammunition is very important. You don't go into the battlefield and keep shooting everyone. And then you deplete all your bullet. If your bullet is depleted, you have to surrender in the midst of the battle. You can be shot dead. All right, so the most important thing in the battleground is how you're going to safeguard, how you're going to manage your bullet. So that's why your wallet management or your fund management is critical. Okay, so please understand that. So we're going to show to you what makes JDXBOT different, why we have a main account and the sub account, and how the integration of the fund management between these two accounts. All right. So JDXBOT employ a dynamic risk mitigation system that actively manages the interaction between users' main account and sub account to safeguard users' position. So please understand, right? I keep on emphasizing the same thing. What you see here, the wallet management strategy, is basically to safeguard your position so that you don't get liquidated. That's the most important thing. Profit will come later, but first let's safeguard the position. All right? So now, let me explain to you how JDXBOT wallet management system works. Okay? Now, if you look into this image, right, we have the main account and we have the sub account. All right? Now, these are mandatory. Okay? You cannot choose. You need to have both of these accounts. All right? So now, in this example, right, you can see that the main account, the minimum funding for each strategy is $100. So please understand each strategy. So if you got USDT is 100, USDC is 100, BTC is 100. Okay. Now, please understand that for your sub account, you also need to have 100% matching of your main account amount. So if your main account in this example is 100, then your sub account has to be 100. Or else your bot will not get activated. Okay, so this is an important requirement for the activation of the bot and to maintain your account. All right, so now let me explain how the wallet management strategy works. Now, number one, now we have a real-time monitoring. Now, JDXBOT algorithm will continuously monitor the main account base available balance and automatically replenish it from the sub account with an amount equivalent to the total dollar cost average value. Now, this replenishment restores the available balance to the base available balance for optimal bot performance. So now, what happened is very simple, okay? Now, let's say, for example, you funded $100 into your main account. Now, when you fund it, right, the bot will then get activated, position will open. Now, when the position open, let's say, for example, market go against you. All right, now, please understand, okay, JDXBOT, okay, basically trade a counter trading. Okay, we don't trade we don't follow the trend. We are counter trend traders. All right. So now when the market go against you, that is the best time because that is where the DCA will take place. So now let's say, for example, right, you have $100 and the market go against your position, and the first DCA takes place, let's say, for example, $10. So now what happened is that your main account, now the base available balance will be $90 because $10 is now sitting in an open position. So now what will happen is that the sub account will check your main account, and when the sub account realize that you now only have $90, the sub account will replenish $10 to maintain your main account at $100 all the time. Can you understand me? So this is how it works. So that's why the amount that you funded, okay, when your bot is activated will be the base available balance. Okay, so the sub account will actually continuously check your main account. So once your main account deplete, let's say $10, it will replenish $10. It always maintain the $100 base available balance. All right, this is an intelligent system, okay, that has been put in place to continuously check, and if it is depleted, it will fill up, replenish it back to the base available balance. I hope you get me. All right. So this is a very important, okay, mechanism that has been built into the bot to always maintain Y, so that you can have an optimal performance, and also it can prevent liquidation. Now, we have a cycle and normalization whereby once all the trading positions are fully closed, right, the replenished funds are automatically returned to the sub account preparing for the next trading cycle without requiring manual intervention. So once the cycle complete, now please understand, okay, some people don't understand cycle, right? Cycle means when a position is open until that position closes. It can be open for 1 day, for 3 days, for 1 week, for 1 month, it doesn't matter. As long that cycle is open until it closes, it is still considered a cycle. All right, so once the cycle closes, all the amount that is replenished will now return back to the sub account. Now, please understand, okay, because it is an API, sometimes there can be some technical glitches and so on, and you may see that, hey, why my fund did not go back to the sub account, or probably why all my fund actually went into the sub account rather than the main account. Don't worry, because once the cycle completes, you got 10 minutes. All right, the bot will pause for 10 minutes. You can check your amount. All right, if all the amounts is okay, then no problem. After 10 minutes, the bot will start back. But if the amount that is you find discrepancy, don't worry, you can actually make an adjustment, transfer the necessary amount and so on, and then wait for the bot to get activated once again. All right, so please take note. Now, we do have a fallback control. Now, if the sub account, okay, lacks sufficient balance for replenishment, JDXBOT will switch to using the main account balance for continued DCA operation. Now, here, right, for example, right, if the market starts to go against you, right, and it becomes severe and severe and severe until at one point, the sub account may be depleted. So when the sub account is depleted, right, JDXBOT will automatically switch to use your main account. Now, at one point, okay, we have what we call a critical alert trigger. Now, if JDXBOT continue to use the main account, that means that your main account will start to get depleted too. So when your main account starts to get depleted and it reaches a 50%, all right, 50% threshold of your highest available balance, a critical alert notification email will be sent to notify user to get ready to top up their sub account. Now, please understand, okay, this alert goes out much early at 50% level. All right, so when you receive this alert, that means that your sub account now is already depleted. Your main account is also now depleting, already reached 50%. So now you can start to get ready to top up your sub account. So when you top up your sub account, it will automatically replenish your main account and try to maintain above 50%. All right. So this is how the whole cycle actually works. All right. So please understand that. Okay. Now, if let's say, for example, user don't respond, all right, you don't respond to the critical alert triggers and so on, and when the fund reaches, right, lower and lower, right, let's say 10%, even sometimes zero. Now, please understand that the bot will be still running. You won't get liquidated. You will get liquidated if it hits the estimate liquidation price. So that's why JDXBOT always keep the estimate liquidation price far away so that none of the bot get liquidated. But you still have time, okay, to go and top up your sub account, right? So please understand that. Now, during the Thursday AMA session, I will explain to you another new features that we have actually added into JDXBOT, right? So come over on Thursday and hear that new features that we have actually integrated into the bot, okay? All right, so now you can see, right? This is how the wallet management system works. So that's why if you compare JDXBOT, right, it is completely different because what we are doing here is a tactical strategy. This is not a technical strategy, all right? It is a tactical strategy. It's a wallet management system, okay, managing the fund between the main and the sub account. And just by understanding the wallet management, you can actually safeguard the position from getting liquidated, all right? So this is the beauty of JDXBOT strategy, all right? I hope that is clear. Okay, now, please understand that, okay, we have what we call the next level transparency and independent trading result. Now, every one of you, right, who are going to be part of JDXBOT, you will have, you will have an account with BitGet. So when you have an account with BitGet, you can download the app. So when you download the app, you can actually watch the real-time trading taking place. You can even get into the futures P&L analysis, and you can actually monitor all the trading results that is taking place there. Right now, please understand, these are real-time, okay, real-time data. And this is important because this can foster high level of trust and transparency in the trading process. All right, so that's why we actually partner with BitGet as a third-party exchange. All right, and because we partner with them, we cannot alter or manipulate any of this information. So what you see is what is it, okay? Simple as that, okay? And this is the true performance of JDXBOT, okay? So this is, I think, is really critical because please understand, guys, some of you, your trading fund is $100. Some of your trading fund can be $300. Some of your trading, I do have people, their trading fund is $20,000. So you want a personalized performance for each of your assets, not a total performance. So here you can actually monitor for each of your trading assets. Okay, so I think that is the most important thing, right? Because everyone wants to see the personalized, their own trading performance. They don't want to see the total trading performance. Okay, all right. Now another thing is that when the bot closes the trade, all right, the trading profit is available instantly in your spot wallet. So if you look at here, right, we got the spot wallet. Remember, trading is taking place in futures. So when the trade is closed, instantly, okay, instantly, 100% of your realized profit after deducting the fees will be transferred into your spot wallet. So you can see in your spot wallet the amount of the profit. These are your net profit. Sorry, these are your realized profit. Please understand, this profit has not deducted the strategy fee yet. Okay, so please understand there are 75-25%, right? 75% goes to the users or the partners, 25% will be deducted by JDXBOT. But JDXBOT cannot deduct the 25% from your BitGet because we don't have that permission to withdraw through the API. So that's why your fund is safe because no one can withdraw your fund. All right. So how then JDXBOT will deduct your 25%? Don't worry, that deduction will take place in your JDXBOT back office. So in JDXBOT back office, you have a strategy wallet. This is a dedicated unique smart contract address where user will deposit, all right, the strategy fee to be deducted by JDXBOT. Okay, so please understand that. Okay, so this is where you will deposit. So if you tap the deposit button, you can then deposit the required amount for the strategy fee deduction. Right, and you can also tap the set balance reminder to set the balance reminder so that if your strategy wallet reduces at certain level, you will receive an alert. All right, now please understand. Okay, you need to maintain at least 10% monthly of your total main futures trading fund in your strategy wallet for uninterrupted deduction of the strategy fee. Now, example, right? If your total main futures account funded 300, for example, you fund USDT 100, USDC 100, and BTC 100. So you need to allocate a month, okay, monthly around 10% of that 300, which is $30, into your strategy wallet for the strategy fee deduction. So if you fund $3,000, right, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, then you need to allocate around $300. I'm talking about a month, okay, not daily. But please understand that these are basically the 25% fees, okay, that you're going to allocate for the deduction of the 25% fee. You're going to allocate 10% of your total fund. All right, please take note of that. All right. Okay, now let's quickly get into the initial startup cost. All right, the initial startup cost. Okay, now please understand there are 4 important costs over here. Okay, number 1 will be the strategy plan. So user have to purchase the strategy plan first. So this is a yearly subscription plan. So we have, if you purchase the first time, you will enjoy 13 months of subscription. So the USDT is $100, USDC is 100, and BTC is 100. So total, okay, is a $300. Now, if you purchase all the 3 at once, you only have to pay $250. Okay, so please take note of this information because next year, right? Next year, the price will change, which I will explain to you very shortly so that you are aware of it. Okay. Now, thereafter, right, you also need to fund your main futures account. This is in BitGet. So as I mentioned to you, the minimum initial funding for your BitGet main futures account starts at 100 each of the strategy. All right. Previously, it was 200, right? Now we have already brought it down to 100. So a lot of you can benefit, okay, being part of JDXBOT. So remember, okay, each strategy. So USDT will be 100, USDC 100, and BTC 100. Now, you also need to make sure to fund your sub account. Okay, 100% matching your main account. So if your main account USDT is 100, your sub account also 100. If your main account USDC is 200, then your main sub account also is 200. Right? So please understand that. And last but not least, you also need to fund your strategy wallet. Now, for initial activation of the bot, you only have to fund minimum $30. But thereafter, right, make sure you maintain 10% monthly for the strategy fee deduction. Right? Please take note of that. Now let's look into the breakdown. Right? If you purchase only one strategy, the total investment or the total startup cost will be, these are minimum, right? 330. All right, now please understand, if you go for 2 strategy, then the minimum startup will be 610. And if you go for all the 3 strategy, the minimum startup will be 880, right? So as we always mention, right? We always advise our users to go for all the 3 strategy. Now, please understand, guys, the strategy plan, okay, you are only paying it once for 365 days. But the main futures account, the sub account, the strategy wallet, you can change this amount. Minimum is 100, but if you want to put $1,000, $10,000, that is up to you. All right, we don't actually control the higher the fund, the higher the earning. No, everyone still get the same earning. All right. So please understand that. Now, also just for an information, I think next year, one strategy will be 150, two strategy will be 250. All right. Three strategy will be $300. Right. So just take note of that. Okay. So I think currently we have already maintained this for the past 2 years. All right. So next year we will be revising. But if you are going to purchase the strategy plan this month, then you still enjoy the same price. Okay, just take note of that. All right, let's go. Now, these are the trading profit sharing. So at the moment, right, the trading profit is 75-25. Previously, it is 70-30, but next year, right, it will be reverting back to 70-30 because we are going to allocate 50% for the profit sharing, right? Just take note of that. So our partners currently enjoy 75%. And JDXBOT strategy fee will be 25%, right? So as I mentioned, right, where will this be deducted? In your strategy wallet in JDXBOT, not in BitGet. Because JDXBOT don't have access to your BitGet account. BitGet account is 100% managed and controlled by the users. Okay, please take note of that. Now, as I mentioned to you, we offer one of the generous referral bonus. All right, it is an unlimited lifetime 2 tiers referral model. So you have access to 30%, okay? 30% total referral bonus on any purchases of the strategy and also upon each renewal. All right. Now, for example, right, if you come in and you introduce, someone in your level 1, which is your tier 1, you will enjoy 20% of their of their subscription fees. So if they subscribe now 250, right, 20% will be $50. That is huge. So just imagine, guys, if you got 10 people under you and you are getting $50 from each of them, that is $500, right? And also, please, you also will enjoy another 10% from your level 2. All right, so that is a total of 30% available for you. Now, please understand that this referral commission is credited in your back office and you can withdraw instantly. You don't have to be waiting for approvals and so on. All right, so you can go and build your team. You can actually withdraw this referral commission and you can probably use the referral commission to top up your trading account or whatever, right? So use this opportunity, okay? Use this, huge benefit, okay, that is being actually made available by JDXBOT for our global partners, okay? 30% is huge. All right. Now, so how to be part, okay, of JDXBOT? Very simple. There are only 3 simple steps. Number 1, you need to sign up. As I mentioned to you, sign up for BitGet, sign up for JDXBOT, and then you need to subscribe to the strategy plan. Now, once this is completed, you then connect your bot, right? You need to connect your bot. So you create the API in BitGet and you bind your API with JDXBOT and then you do all the funding. You need to fund your main account, sub account, and your strategy wallet. And thereafter, your bot will be automatically, now, once you have done all the process, right? You don't need to reach out to the support because everything is autonomous. Once everything is done correctly, your bot will be automatically activated. Now, if there is an error with your funding and so on, don't worry. You will receive an email mentioning to you the error. You just have to correct those errors and then your bot will be activated. All right, so everything is automated. You do not need to reach out to the support. Okay, please understand that. Now, some of you will be thinking, right, wow, this is too many things, right? Don't worry. All right, if you get back to JDXBOT website, all right, there is a getting started resources. All right, so in the website, if you go to the top right corner, right, you see getting started. And if you look into it, there is a getting started checkpoint, getting started guide. Okay, all the information you need to get started is step-by-step provided in these resources. Now, if you look at those resources, right, as I mentioned to you, getting started, there are 13 checkpoints here. So all that you need to do, print out these checkpoints and make sure you go through one by one and tick as you complete them. Now, for example, you say step 1, I don't know what to do. Don't worry, you got the getting started guide. Here you can actually go through the step 1, follow the circle number, step by step it will guide you. All right, don't rush, take your time, and if you have any issues, reach out to the person who have introduced you because they have already activated their bot successfully. All right, now also I would advise the team, we have got a frequent asked question. I think there are 50 over questions that is available here. I would advise you to go through the FAQ. High likely, okay, high likely the questions or the doubt that you have is already been answered in this FAQ. All right, if still, okay, your question is not answered, then you can reach out to the support, or if you are in the Telegram group, you can actually put up those questions in the Telegram group. Okay, just take note of that. Okay, now another important thing is that we have our meetings throughout the weeks. So every Tuesday, okay, like what you are seeing today, right? Every Tuesday is our weekly global preview, and then fortnightly, the first and the third week of Thursday is the AMA session, Ask Me Anything. But this month, okay, please understand that since I don't have the first week, right, I was outstation. So this week, okay, this coming Thursday will be the AMA session. So please be there because I'm going to share with you an update, some of the important optimization that we have done to the bot. All right, and also I'm going to share with you important insight into the price overview of Bitcoin and where could we be expecting Bitcoin, from the macro perspective, right? Where could be Bitcoin heading to and what is the future of Bitcoin, okay? So be there, okay? This coming Thursday, I'll be sending the detailed Zoom link so that you can be part, come and learn. And if you have any question about JDXBOT, the technicality of it and so on, now fortnightly meeting is the best time for you to ask those questions, right? Now, be part of our global vision, the future of smart trading. Now, as I mentioned, right, JDXBOT is not just a trading bot. It's a global solution for individuals and institutions seeking tactical precision in volatile markets, consistency built on tested and proven strategy, protection-driven profitability. I think protection-driven profitability is the key thing here, right? Because most important thing in the volatile market is always about safeguarding the capital. All right. Now, if you can find a platform or solution that can safeguard that the owner actually, first think about safeguarding your position or your capital, I think that's the best place to put your money. All right. And on top of that, please understand that you still have full control of your fund. Okay. Apart from safeguarding the capitals and so on. Now, so by turning volatility into opportunity and risk into strategy, JDXBOT is redefining how the world trades crypto, right? So be part, okay? Be part, take advantage of this opportunity. Let's together empower ordinary people to generate extraordinary income because, based on my experience, I know that there is a lot of program outside there. But some of this program does not really offer opportunity to ordinary people. All right, so we want to actually reach out to the ordinary people. If ordinary people can come on board and they can, earn some consistent return while their capitals are safeguarded, I think that will be a huge blessing for a lot of these ordinary people, in different continents of the world. Right? So with that, I would like to say thank you so much, for being part of this presentation. Thank you for coming on board, making your time. All right. Now, if you have any questions, as I mentioned to you, right, you can ask me. You can either raise your hand at the bottom there, or you can put up there in the chat. Okay. So we do have some scammers, okay, coming, right? Okay, guys, any questions you have? Any questions? Anything that you would like to ask? Please go ahead. Yes. Please unmute yourself.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon here and good evening over there. We are very grateful
Yes, good
We
day to you.
thank
Please go ahead.
you for we thank for the effort you have been putting concerning the business. We are very happy, and
Welcome.
I'm here with my colleagues too. It's one of my prospects that I invited you to listen to you very well this afternoon.
All right, awesome.
And he's very happy to hear from you directly. And he's having an interest to join us. And
Awesome.
this week, by God's willing, by God's grace, I'm having somebody that is coming on board. That is my friend, is my close friend. I want to register. I want to buy bot. So
Okay.
as you want to join the boat, yeah. So time to time, if I'm having some glitches, I'm having the problem, I'll be contacting you. The effort you are putting concerning the team and the community, we are very grateful. May God bless you, protect you for us. I'm wishing you the best. Maybe we'll catch up by God's willing in the AMA meeting. Thank you very much. Do you have anything to say?
As you just said, we thank you for the effort you have been made, because I reached the what you said, the word massive, the motto of this thing that I read. Seriously, I was impressed.
Awesome.
So we are happy. We are happy for your efforts towards that we are coming up. So I'm together with him, and I believe I'll be there with him so that I can go together with him.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, really appreciate that, Haruna, and thank you, for coming on board with your prospect. I really hope that he will be blessed, throughout this journey, being part of JD Wealth Maker, right? So thank you so much,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, take your time, go through everything. When you are ready, you can actually. I believe Haruna knows the process. But and nevertheless, the documents are there in the website. So make sure that you go through those documents. Take your time. Don't rush. Right. And if you have any doubt or need clarification, as per usual, guys, I am always reachable. Right. I'm always there. So reach me if you need any supports and so on. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. God bless you over there, Haruna and the team. Okay, yes, Obong, please unmute yourself. Good to have you.
Thank you, Dr. JD. Confirm you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, Doctor, not much. All I can say on behalf of the Nigeria team, all I can say is thank you very much for empowering ordinary people to generate extraordinary income. We really appreciate what you are doing. Please keep doing what you're doing. Stay focused. Like I always say, no distraction. We're happy what you are doing. Most importantly, you mentioned today, investors' capital is key. So we really appreciate. God bless you. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Truly appreciate that, Obong, for all the supports and the continuous encouragement, and partnership. Really appreciate that. Yeah, guys, I think that is the most important thing, especially those of you already part of JDXBOT. You know that this is the most unusual market situation that we are facing. All right, honestly, to tell you guys, because even the bot, okay, the bot is, I think, for some of them still floating. I don't mind the bot is floating as long as the capital is safeguarded. All right, so that's the most important thing. Please understand that. But despite the floating, the partial profit is still coming in, right? So this is important. So, but nevertheless, right, I just want you guys to know that this is the most difficult market to manage because of the uncertainty of the price. So the fluctuation is just crazy, right? A day can move 5,000, a day can move 10,000, right? We just don't know what to expect next. So that's why technical analysis is not helping anyone. All right. Although TA may tell you that the market is going in this direction, that can be manipulated and suddenly, right, the price can just move the other way. All right, so you have to be very careful. Okay, so this is just to let you guys know that this is the most difficult market actually to trade. All right, so not all traders are able to do so. All right, so that's why manual trading is challenging. So the best is to use bot because bot has no emotion. All right, bot has no emotion. Algorithm has no emotion. Algorithm don't really care what is happening. All right, so that's why JDXBOT is still standing, right? Okay, yes, Naufal, is it Naufal? I hope I'm spelling your name correct. You may unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, doctor, and yeah, you spelled it correctly.
Okay, are you from India?
Yes, I'm from India. Yes,
okay,
exactly.
right. Good to have you on.
Okay, thank you so much. My question is that what is the profit we get per month in percentage?
Okay, all right. Good question. Yeah, good question. I think this is very important, all right, for everyone to understand. But I think most of you already know. Now, simple answer is that we don't promise any fixed return. All right, most of you know, right? We don't have a fixed ROI. Whatever the market bless you, you take it. Okay, the reason being is very simple, guys. These are real trading. So it's not an MLM. We don't have like, if you buy this package, you get this. That's bullshit. Okay, sorry to say. Okay, it will never happen. Okay, real trading is if today there is floating, you got no return. If the market, closes your position, you get return probably 5%, sometimes 3%, sometimes 1%. But based on the performance of October, because our optimized bot been running since October, so October performance is total is around 32%. So that is about 1.03% daily. But please, okay, when I give you guys this number, disclaimer, okay, we are not promising you this return, okay, because this is the real return. So whatever the market bless you, you take it, okay. So October, the bot performance is 32%. November, it is 26%. I'm talking about net profit. All right, I'm talking about net profit. That means after deduction of everything, this is what our users has been earning. Okay, and also please understand that, okay, that different bot may earn different, right? Because some bots may stop halfway because user didn't top up their strategy wallet, all kinds of things, right? Because users have to maintain their fund. But nevertheless, on an average, October is 32%. November is the worst month, right? I think the worst month ever, but yet the bot delivers around 26% net profit. All right. I hope that answers or give you some idea, Naufal. Are you still there? Yeah, you can.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, please understand that we don't promise fixed return. Okay, please understand that. Okay, then. All right, that is great. Okay, so I think it's always important that I'm being upfront. Okay, we don't promise fixed return, and we never guarantee that you won't get liquidated. Okay, but we have our strategy in place on the risk management to protect the trade, and also we never promise fixed return because these are real trading. If I tell you a fixed return, I'll be lying. Okay, I don't want to. All right, I don't want to lie. I better tell you exactly. There is no fixed return. So whatever that you earn, God bless you. Okay, because it's a profit sharing, right, between our partners and JDXBOT. Okay, all right. Okay, guys. Any other questions? Any other thing that you would like to clarify before we adjourn the meeting today? Okay, do watch. Okay, today is critical because of US New York time at around 2 o'clock, right? Is the FOMC meeting. 2:30 is the press conference. So do look forward, for the speech by Powell. I think it's going to really move the market today. All right, so do take note of that. That will be around, I think, 3:30. Okay, if you are in Asia, okay, Singapore time will be 3:30. I might be awake. I believe so because I always like to watch what is happening, and also because I need to look into the market. Some of the trades will be really, really volatile. Okay, so just take note of that. Okay, so do monitor, do follow up what is going on. so that you are aware. And I look forward seeing you guys on Thursday for the AMA session. Okay, this week, all right? This week, Thursday. So I look forward seeing you. So take care. God bless each and every one of you. Bye-bye.